And telling even someone saying it's a disgrace to Nigeria judiciary. That
it's a huge slap.
Where is the law?
To Nigerian
or which of the law was used to judge
Nigerian law?
Say, where is the law?
Where is the law?
That shit now is going global.
I think when you want to execute somebody, there should be a law that back it up. At least when you beat up a child, you go tell the child, see what you do. Why did you do this? Then you flog her. He or she will know that I see what thing I do will make my papa beat me. Then waiting man say Nnamdi Kanu, which law? Where is it? Where is the law that make Yoruba man, Yoruba people to sentence him? Turubu and Omotosho. Why do you people sentence man say Nnamdi Kanu? Has he ever kicked cockroach in your family? The people that are killing people are the ones you are singing their praises. Now, Mr. President have been involved. They are threatening him now. I love what the international bodies are doing, because that is what I've been expecting from them. Because the truth is not far-fetched that Nigeria is a lawless nation, that Nigeria doesn't follow the law. They don't even have it. And this thing refer me to the saying of A.V. Dicey, what he said, the modern law, written law of the British, that says a place where there is no law, there is no offense, and where there is no offense, there is no what? Punishment. So why are they punishing Master Nnamdi Kanu? Igbophobia, hatred on Igbos. So the international bodies are doing well, and I would like them to, to work it faster. With the Masanga, Masanga is the African pan, president, Masanga. Then in the ICC man, Jesha, or is it Jesha? Just Jesha, whatsoever his name could be. You can help me to put it through. It's not my language if I didn't pronounce it well. But I haven't said all this. I love what is happening, because it is the high time that the international bodies should come and make this nation to work. Make this nation to be what it should. See, let me tell you, my beloved brother, I've been saying this and I will continue to say it. In the first place, Master Nnamdi Kanu never entered Nigeria to divide Nigeria. Rather, when he came to country, he want this country to be a reliable and a viable one. A home to every citizen of the country, whereby everybody will have equal rights and everybody will be treated with fairness. You understand? And there will be an equity. And everybody, if you like be a fool, and if you like be Igbo man, if you like be a fake, so that if you're an Igbo land, you have your freedom, relax, enjoy everything. If I been an Igbo man in a Fulani land or in the north, I will enjoy the same thing. There will be freedom. But to know, Nigerian government said no. And the sole group of cabals of the Fulanis still joined to say no with the Satan and Sokoto and go. Do you understand? So these are the people now. And remind you, these are the people that went to carry over 6,000, all this, some, Mali and Co. Boko, all these Boko Haram terrorists that are terrorizing every. Funny enough now, when they enter now, they were cleaning our SARS. They finish our SARS. The people that even allow them, that welcome them in the first place, they first call them their brother, are the one they targeted. That is to tell you, these people, it's not good. They are not good to work with. They are not good to relate with. You see why man saying Nnamdi Kanu, since this thing is not working like this, so I better stand for my people. You get my point now. He decided to do what? To withdraw from what he was looking for. Then to go exactly that. This is actually, let me stand on this one. Okay? So, and so be it. So be it. So the Sesha should stand up and work based on what has gotten to his table. Even though we are not together, we are not going to be together, which I'm praying for. Because I cannot continue with this kind of people. Because they have low mentality. So you understand? So if everybody should go and have at least, let the North be in Nigeria, let them stay. Yoruba wants to let them stay. Igbo people, oh yeah. Then let us on our own have our peace. Rule ourselves the way we want and make things to be, work out the way we wanted it. For the peace of every living. After all, if God behave like this, shey all of us go still dey alive. Do you understand? So please, I love what the letter that is, and I would like if he can work faster than what is already going on. Please, I will appreciate God for that.
You appreciate God for that.
Yes.
Okay. But another thing is that the southeast. But we even saw Masanga even submit petition against this judgment to a administrative court there in or an high court there in the United Kingdom. But a lot of people are saying, why is Masanga submitting to the British court? That these people don't even mean well for Nnamdi Kanu, because is it that you still believing that because Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen that the Britain can still help for his release even when they've not talk for him for the past number of years? Do you think that Matanga should be going to a United court in the United Kingdom?
One thing I believe, Matanga have made a mistake, but at the same time, I will not call it a mistake in a way, in a sense that being a lawyer, there are some procedures I believe he knows much better than I. So you have to, so that they themselves, the UK, will not say that they are not aware of what is going on. I believe that is the reason why he did what he did, so that they can forge ahead to other important places, regarding to the case on the ground, the matter on the ground. So that whenever they want to add, they will tell them, I submitted this in your table, but you have refused to attend to us. That's why he did what he did. As a it's a proverb.
But we see the Southeast House of Rep, members from the Southeast, they are saying what? They are saying that Donald Trump should come and help as regards the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They are saying Trump should intercede, and at the same time, is it not too late for the Southeast House of Rep? Shouldn't have done this before the sentence?
They should have, or they would have done that, but at the same time, many of them are not seeing this thing coming. They are not seeing it coming the way it has come or it happened. So that was why now it's like the thing, they are beginning to realize what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is trying to say, or what shall befall the people of Nigeria, and that is why they themselves, especially that Southeast, so which they themselves now like, okay, those that are not partnering with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are now realizing that they have made a mistake. They would have stand for him since, but now it's not late. According to their belief, it's not late. They can still work things out. That is why you see them standing up now. You see them talking.
They say Tinubu should use his presidential power to set him free. That is
listen to me. I debunk that one.
No. To bring healing in Nigeria and strengthen peace amongst Nigeria.
No peace for the wicked. Although Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have already said it, he said nobody should plead for him. Let the constitution and let the law have its way. Yes. Now, person will commit crime, now they look for forgiveness. If you no offend me, how you go come they beg me to forgive you? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not offend anybody. So why should he now be looking for presidential pardon? Which stupid presidential pardon are they talking about? What kind of pardon? Did he commit crime?
That's the only solution to this problem.
The solution, so that if he say he giving presidential pardon,
another solution.
Hold on now, another person will enter there and arrest him back. You don't know?
That's not possible.
It is possible. In case you don't know what you are saying, I'm trying to tell you.
That if Tinubu leaves,
another government that comes,
or a Fulani president
have right, because it was a presidential pardon. Yeah, under the watch of according to the presidential pardon law, another government have rights to. Moreover, let's take a look at it now. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by a Fulani man. True or false? And he won in the court. And instead of setting him free, he asked them to put him under the DSS watch. Which issue did the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have with Yorubas? That a Yoruba man has sent the throne now, and now say he want to visit the same Yoruba man, J. Kanu. What the Fulani could not do.
So you say Omotoso is good enough?
That is the agreement. Is it not Omotoso that sentenced him? Now me do So if there is anything like a presidential, another government can still come up and still pick him.
Because are you saying that?
You understand? So let the law. What I'm saying is that, and that is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stand for. Let the law have its way. And now everybody, it has become too obvious that even in the international world now have seen it that what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was saying is completely pure. Now their eye, everybody eye is clear now. They have clearly understand it. That as it stands now, Nigeria doesn't have law. The law in Nigeria is only against the Igbo people. That Nigeria has become a Sharia nation, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All of them are the Sharia people. So Nigeria is an Islamic automatic one nation.
But Trump has finally said what? He said he has finally, ordered that that the Muslim Brotherhood now is now a terrorist organization. He said Muslim Brotherhood. That's why there's Ebola and what have you.
Yes, and let me tell you, you see that Deborah case, you see that Jackson, you see all those people. Americans were here. They have record of all these things.
They said in the Congress.
Okay, they said it. Glory be to God. That is to tell you. Glory be to God. That is to tell you that I'm not lying.
They know what is going on.
They knows what is going on in this country, and they are coming for it. See, people like Sheikh Gumi doesn't supposed to be alive. Nigerian politicians. See, I've said this thing and I'm saying it again. If Donald Trump is coming, he should start from all these Nigerian politicians because they are the problem of Nigeria. All these Tuji Bello and co, where are they getting the money? Who is giving them the money? You see Nigerian politicians, the governor of Katsina and Zamfara state, negotiating with Nigerian military and bandits in the name of amnesty. After the amnesty, still give them money and they still went away with their gun to acquire more arms. Under Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, they have, included them for the payroll. See, negotiating with bandits, paying money with bandits, giving them more money to acquire more arms and to terrorize the more. So what are we saying? Let's speak the truth the way it is. Take it or you leave it. That is the fact. In Nigeria, you see a bandit doing wedding. You see Nigerian uniform men called army and co. You see politicians attending the wedding of a bandit, a terrorist. Is that not funny? Then what did you call that? People of such, what do you regard them? Which card do you classify them? That means they are terrorists too. Because a normal human being, a normal state governor or uniform man doesn't supposed to appear in a marriage whereby terrorists are the one holding it. And not even being ashamed, putting on Nigerian uniform military to be present there. What are you promoting? And what are you encouraging? Then which message are you passing to the world? That is to tell you Nigeria is finished.
Nigeria is finished.
It's finished. All these Nigerian politicians need to go behind bar. All of them. Donald Trump, as you are coming, include them. Yes, include them.
But Canada now, they are saying that Canadians should not come to Nigeria. That Nigeria
is a terrorist nation now, no peace.
It's not
safe. It's not safe. How many investors are coming to Nigeria? And how many are willing to come? How many are ready to come? Who will come and how will they come? Because the reason is this, a place where there is no safety. How will their life be secured and how will their money be secured, their company be secured?
But Canadian government believes that the APC government are the sponsor of this terrorism. They say they are the ones.
Are they not the one? That should be. Are they not the one?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you are not sure. In 2014, who invited them? The camp between Niger and Chad to make Jonathan government ungovernable. Didn't elect Buhari said it. El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, harbored them in 2015, fed them, give them water, give them everything. They are using Nigerian plane to carry those things down to Kaduna to give them. And when they thought that Jonathan will drag the election, when they saw that Jonathan didn't bother about it, they now started regretting. They now asked them, "Oh, yeah, leave," and which they refused to go. That they must be settled. In the name of they must be settled is what led to this today, which Sheyi Gumi is the one of the negotiator, and Sheyi Gumi was one of the people who organized it. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is aware of everything. He will not tell me that he's not aware of what I am saying. So far so good. I appreciate God for everything as he's going. That the matter is no longer the matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB, but it has become a global thing. The whole world has seen it that Igbos are truly being marginalized, oppressed, and suppressed in the country called Nigeria.
It comes with a lot of penalties. Nigeria can receive thousands and millions of sanctions. And all the leaders that are involved in that, judgment, will be actually, to be, they'll be ordered to be arrested and they are brought to the International Criminal Court for violating, of course, the national and international law. The international law that was violated at that point is, the James Omotosho setting aside, the rendition order, that make the whole legal process, a charade. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying now, based on Supreme Court judgment, the court itself, or which Omotosho was standing, has no jurisdiction to continue the trial until the issue of rendition is solved. And that is why the president of Kenya, William Ruto, took the same government and the same system to ICC. Now it has become, something that ICC can no longer, keep silent about. So they have thrown it open, and more petitions from African nations, from international communities, from human rights advocate forums and organizations, flooding, with over 1,000 petitions against Nigeria. So you can see very clearly, that matter. Yes, I think it has put Nigerian government on the spot now, because Omotosho self have not been able to come out up to this moment, issue a press statement, even through his federal government prosecutor, on which law they relied upon to carry out that judgment pronouncement. So it has landed him in trouble, and they are giving him a space of 2 weeks or thereabout to start preparing to face the International Criminal Court, according to what Dr. Masanga was trying to say in that video that you have watched. You can see reactions, different reactions on that judgment, before this analysis begin and to kick off, so that you'll be able to have at least a clue of what actually it played on. That judgment was deeply politically motivated, because you cannot say that a man to death sentence or life imprisonment is for just mere rhetoric, which almost every Nigerian does that, including government officials. They say they get themselves involved in that regard also. Say, don't know what actually made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case to be something that has become an issue that has gone to a point that where a kind of criminality was carried out, a sovereignty was broken, that issue is still on the ground, and based on that, an appeal court judgment was not respected. So what is the jurisdiction? So you can know that Nigerian government actually had an ulterior motive before they said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should go back and a retrial should commence in that regard. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep questioning that this court where he is standing currently now has no jurisdiction, to carry out his trial. That then, and even at that point, he keep on asking them, where is the law? I think it has become a global national anthem all over the world now. Where is the law? Omotosho, where is the law? And where is the law? You can see a lot of people it has gone viral. There are so many things now that you can look at, and you can say, where is the law? Where is the law? Where is the law? There is T-shirt, there is cup, everything is now Where is the law? So I think it has become an embarrassment to the global body of benchers, to international body of benchers, to African body of benchers. At the West African bar associations. They have been reacting. Because they have not been able to see those kind of thing happen anywhere in the world where a civil law or whatever was being turned to a criminal act, just to make sure that a certain set of people is being pleased on the issue that has to do with how people want to be governed. I think to that extent that was what actually rendered that judgment useless, and without any atom of something that can be seen to be very vital in terms of what Nigeria represents and what the constitution actually talked about. So we are going to see a lot of drama, any moment from now. But the funny thing is that Nigeria is a very, very corrupt entity, where money determines who goes to jail and who does not go to jail, where money is being seen as a measure of justice, where interest and nepotism, oppression is being seen as a means of, passing unjust justice on perceived people whom they felt that they are not actually worthy to experience justice. That is actually what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So no matter how far Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they throw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the Sokoto prison. He has turned to a celebrity there. The Radio Biafra is already on there in Sokoto prison, and the people have continued to embrace them. And they were even saying that likely Sheikh Gumi made a certain move to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison. And people were saying that if Sheikh Gumi actually feel otherwise and able to get close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Sheikh Gumi will be totally de-radicalized, and he will not leave that prison visit without turning a new leaf. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represent, and that's what Mazi Nnamdi is capable of doing. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will totally de-radicalize Gumi. It's like the northern oligarchy political class, the Fulani political class, who connived with who masterminded this political judgment, seems to have realized suddenly that there is trouble somewhere. And of course, now they are going to distance themselves completely and allow Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if possible, according to that report, and Omotosho, to definitely face the International Criminal Court on where they got the act or the law which they relied on to pass that judgment. And remember, the United States congressmen have also condemned that judgment based on the so many loopholes and illegalities, an act of criminality and victimization that was fact. A lot of loopholes was seen there, and that is why the world will not want to rely on going to appeal alone, because it's the same court you are going to go, and the same court might decide to uphold the life sentences of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what, apart from the political solution, which we are hearing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has actually rejected, what is left now is international pressure on Nigeria to prove a point, or an ordered invitation to Omotosho and all the people that were involved in that judgment, including the presidency themselves, to appear before the world court and declare where and how they managed to arrive, of course, at that judgment. So it's going to put Nigeria on the spot, and will lead to total clamp down on political actors. And of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to receive a heavy damage paid to him as a result of violations of his rights for 10 years, as he continued to face terrorism repeat laws on terrorism, repeat laws on treasonable felony charges, repeat laws on on the issue that has to do with rendition. Then, of course, the lack of court jurisdiction to even open the trial. So it can see the whole thing, is in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because, see, I don't want to rely on the issue where the lawyer is talking about going to the appeal, because you don't know how Nigerian government themselves are going to begin to manipulate the process again in the appeal court, because they are the same people who are controlling the unfortunate lawlessness that we are seeing in the Nigerian judicial system now. So what we definitely need is a more international and global, pressure, for these two people to explain to the International Criminal Court, and of course, what court or what court to be able to tell them of which law they relied on before carry out that judgment, considering the fact that the illegality of illegal kidnap and rendition have rendered the federal high court, Abuja, lacking the jurisdiction to commence the trial in the first place.
Okay, but just like yesterday, you said you are so sure that what the Nnamdi Kanu's legal team will assemble themselves for this for his appeal. But do you think that just like Nnamdi Kanu won in the appeal court in 2022, do you think that if Nnamdi Kanu wins again, after this is appeal, do you think that Tinubu government will allow him go?
I think they are bandying a political solution to it, currently now. And that political solution they are talking about currently now was what the federal government want to use, to correct or the already damaged and fractured, amputated, image on the judiciary and the government of Nigeria before the international community. So they started pushing for a political solution, knowing that very well, they have actually lost on that process if it is going to be exposed in the international and the global space, where a lot of experts will start feasting on so many loopholes. So now, if you are talking about a political solution, it has to be very unconditional, because the government themselves actually goofed. So they do not want to see that happen if without pushing for a political solution. And why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, the legal team, which I believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never sacked his legal team, because they are the one that are going to spearhead and started documenting applications for the appeal court, a plan that's already ongoing. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the next few months should be seen to be out, to be released from Sokoto prison, because in the next 72 hours, I think we are going to see overwhelming applications hitting Abuja, Asu Rock, Nigeria Judicial System, NPA, Judicial Commission, Nigeria Judicial Commission, and so many organizations there. And now, of course, to another point, they may ask, Sokoto to relieve himself of his position as the Federal High Court judge in Abuja and face the Lord of Benchers at the International Criminal Court. Then when he gets there, he'll be able to tell them, this is where I relied on. Because you cannot try a man and sentence a man outside, what the Constitution says. And that is the bone of the contention. And that's what gives Nnamdi Kanu the victory Biafrans are celebrating all over the world. Because, the loopholes keep on staring everybody on the face, including world leaders and world powers, who are questioning the rationale for this unfortunate, judgment, where a meritorics is being used to sentence a man to life imprisonment. Now, one thing we must understand very clearly is that, I will and I did is two things in the law. And it can never resort to sentencing somebody to life imprisonment. Those who are saying, I'm invading you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to take over your land, and they went and carried out such mission, have not even received their sentence. Talking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.